Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Orbital Potato's Tropical Paradise. As you can see, in the last episode, we created Pirate World, which is going to be our first sort of subsection of the Tropical Paradise theme park. And we did this whole sign thing in between episodes. I've made a couple of improvements. I would love to take you down. Hello. I'd love to take you down and show you exactly what I've done. So, I've made this whole area a little bit more thematic. So, as you're walking down this area, it shouldn't feel like, you know, like you're in a tropical paradise, because we want you to be in a pirate world. So, I've added a couple of bits and bobs here. I've added some cargo. I've added a crane. I've added a nice campfire. I've also, very interestingly, added a little barrel, which looks very, very cool indeed. We did these cannons in the last episode, but I've given it some visual flair. Then I've also put down a shipwreck. I probably spent way too much money. I spent about 700 bucks, which is money that we don't really have at the moment. But I thought, you know, we got to commit to this whole idea of looking pretty darn cool. So yeah, I did the shipwreck thing, and the idea is, right? The idea is, I need to let it run. The idea is that we can get a lovely little path that will just come through the shipwreck and sort of hide behind the shipwreck. There we go. Perfect. That is really, really nice and very, very much intended. So we've massively put up our running costs thanks to all of this stuff, which actually costs money to run. That's $4 a month we're paying for just pathetic cannons. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. How are we doing over here? Yep, we looking good. Great. Everything is looking pretty darn good over here, which is exactly what we like to see. End of the month summary. Yeah, that wasn't so good. That wasn't so good. We made money in April, but we didn't end up making money in May. Mostly, I think, due to the fact that we had a bunch of loans out. I mean, we still do have one loan out, and we are actually still working on a coaster, which we are going to be done very, very shortly. And once we're done with that, then we are in the money, really. But I just wanted the opportunity to chat to you guys at the start of the episode before we go and place that next ride, the Suspend Your Disbelief ride. And I'm very, very hopeful, actually, that we are going to be able to design our first roller coaster. And I think that is going to come along pretty darn soon, actually. I would expect this month to be profitable, actually. Once we disregard research from the equation, we are actually making money, I think. So here's my plan for a roller coaster. My plan for a roller coaster, we're going to have a pirate-themed roller coaster. I'm not entirely sure what will constitute a pirate-themed roller coaster. It'll probably just be a regular roller coaster with just some extra bits and bobs. And I'm thinking, I mean, we only have one type of roller coaster, and that is the American Arrow. So this is what it's going to be, really. Yeah, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be hidden. Or at least the station area is going to be hidden behind the shipwreck, so that it looks thematically kind of nice. You know, that's what I'm sort of thinking, is that we can place this down here. Obviously, we don't have the money to do this right now, but once we do that, it'll look great. Anyway, research is done. Let's worry about that for a minute. Reveal the research. We've got the Insanity, a thrill ride. Very, very nice indeed. And there's also something else that has popped up on the research tech tree for us to research. Very, very cool indeed. I do want some more facilities, actually. I tell you what. Oh, this is actually some really... These things are really, really cheap. Hat's fantastic. First aid. First aid is pathetic. Hotels, that would be kind of nice. Small attractions. Or restaurants. Well, I feel that restaurants might not be the craziest thing in the world. But I think that the Tiki Chiki, that seems pretty darn tropical to me. So let's get restaurants, restaurants going. It's only going to cost us, well, whatever it is, 500 bucks or whatever. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. But in the meantime, we're going to need to place down our very next ride, which I believe we will be able to find right here. Yep, it's the Insanity, which compares very similarly to the Wild Blue ride, actually. In fact, I think that the Wild Blue ride is... It's not technically better in every way, but it is interesting how they compare very, very similarly. Alright, unfortunately, it's going to have to be another loan for us. Let's have a look at some graphs and some meaningless numbers. Yep. Other cash. Cash way down. Rides and ticket sales way up, though. There you go. Anyway, let's take out a new loan. Take out a $5,000 loan, and let's get ourselves another ride. Okay, I think that probably this is going to be the area where we keep our thrill rides. So yeah, I think maybe we'll just park it like right here. I'm kind of conscious of the fact that I don't really want a super generic looking. Is this actually going to work? I mean, we could do it, but part of me just thinks that that would be very, very silly, and not a very good use of very good use of theme park time. All right, let's get that in place. Let's get an entrance placed right about here, and let's get an exit placed right about there. Beautiful. And then this will allow us to create somewhat of a queue system. There we go. We'll come up here, around, down. I tell you what, that actually looks so professional. Look at that. Look at how professional that looks. That looks incredible. All right, let's immediately activate that ride. Congratulations, it's been opened. We also need to take this opportunity to check in with the queues at Wild Blue. Right. It's so expensive. I mean, it is pretty expensive, but for what you're getting, it's actually a pretty darn good deal, I would suggest. So, there you go. Also, I'm not sure if we ever changed it, but we need to make sure that we need to wait for a full load. And the same with there. I don't think we'll ever really have any issues with a full load, but we do need to wait for a full load. Anyone ridden our new ride yet? Oh, I forgot about that. We need to actually test this. Hold on a minute. Testing. Start a test. There we go. Let's go for a ride. Oh, nice. Okay. If you're nauseous, by the way, now might be a good time to look away. But maybe this won't be too bad. No, this seems to be pretty bad. Whoa. Oh, over the top. Over the top, over the top, over the top. Oh, yeah, this, okay. Alright, that's the... Yikers. That's making me a little sick. Anyway, let's get that open. And let's get people to come down here. Hopefully we can make some good money off that. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm really hoping for. Alright, good. And what about the research? What about the research that we just started? How's that going? 23%? You know, let's bump that up. Let's bump it up to like $500 a month. So it says it'll be done in 12 days. I don't actually think it's gonna take... I don't think it's gonna take very long at all. Estimated research cost? Yeah, let's... Why don't we just dedicate 1,000? We can only put 500 into it. Alright, that's fine. So we'll get that. I want to get Tiki Cheeky. I mean, it's so cheap to get these things researched anyway. We might as well get it done. Small attractions, sure, let's get all that done. I mean, money is going to be flooding out for a while as we wait for the research to get done. But look at this. Look at this. This is important, right? In June so far, we have made money. We have made money. However, that does not... Annoyingly, it says that we're making money, but we're not actually making money because that discounts the fact that we took out a $5,000 loan. So, in actuality, I can't tell you if we've made money or not. We spent half of that money, obviously, on construction. The other half we still have, but, you know, for the most part, I think it's fine. As long as our rides and tickets are basically outdoing our park management. And at the moment, it's really, really not. Which suggests to me we need to bump up. We need to bump up our prices. Because our problem isn't really numbers. It's more just... Yeah, I mean, everything costs a lot of money here, but the problem is... is that there's not a very good way of going about sorting things out. Maybe we just bump up the prices of this. Yeah, let's bump it up to 20 bucks. Same over here too. Which is a terrible, terrible thing to do. But it's fine. Theft reported? Really? Oh, that's a shame. Cash stolen from the group. 127 bucks. It must be one of these suckers in here then. Prices are too high. You can click on them if you can see. And you can see their... And you can see some of the people have the modifier which says I love to pickpocket. Too many guests are trying to use the milkshake thing. Doesn't look like anyone is currently trying to use the milkshake place, but that's okay. Anyway, I think that we're actually making money right now. I'm gonna bump it up into 2 times speed. There we go. This is great. This is really, really good. And it looks like Insanity 2 is gonna be pretty darn popular. Hold on a minute. Why have we only got half a ride? Maybe it's just because we didn't have enough people in the queue originally. But the good thing about this ride is that it can seat, like... I mean, it can seat a heck of a lot of people, can't it? So let's watch everyone sort of get into position. Maybe our queue isn't actually big enough. Yeah, I think our queue needs to be substantially larger for this ride. Okay, that's actually... That's quite good. That is quite good. So, the way that we go about doing this... Yeah, fine. Yeah, we basically just need to get a whole bunch of queuing stuff. It's probably best just to do this. Yeah, fine. I know it looked really professional, but that's fine. We can still look professional. But the problem is that this ride just seats a heck of a lot of people, and therefore we need to make sure that all of our bases are covered. All right. It is going to be a very, very long queue to get to this ride, but it'll be worth it. Trust me, it'll be worth it. And don't worry, as soon as you're in the queue, we're going to jack up the prices, because that's exactly what I do. That's the sort of person that I am. All right. There we go. Connect that up again. Okay, looking good. That's already open. Perfect. Everyone needs to come down over here. Oh no, everyone got off the ride. I think we might have lost a substantial amount of money for that. But that's fine. Woohoo! Great. Let's go and view our research. Restaurants. Oh boy! We got a restaurant now. It's kind of nice. Hey, look at this. Look at this. And it even comes with the theming that we've already got anyway. So, wow, a whole bunch of pirate-themed stuff. Pirate-themed drink shack. Pirate toilets. Pirate toilets. Oh my goodness. These are very, very expensive restaurants. Oh. Look at this. This is like entrance to Pirate World here. This is what we gotta do. This is what we gotta do. I don't even know if it's actually worth anything. But this is gorgeous. That's what I was sort of hoping that the shipwreck would be. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that has been the case. No, it doesn't want to work. Okay, that's fine. All right, we need to think about this. I'm going to move you. I'm going to move you as well. I still want to keep the whole idea of the shipwreck. That's definitely something that I'm keen on doing. But how can you say no? How can you say no to a dope-themed pirate... small pirate entrance? It's not very small. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is incredible. Alright, so now we'll just place the boat over here. You know, make it feel authentic. As I say, I'm very, very keen that I'm very, very keen that we have the roller coaster hidden behind the shipwreck. There we go. Okay, but in the meantime, before we actually have the money needed to do the roller coaster, because bear in mind that for the coaster, for this coaster that we have currently researched, the American Arrow, that 1,800 bucks is only for the station. That's only purely for the station that we're going to have to place. I suppose we could technically place the station right now. That might not be the craziest idea, but we're not going to be able to generate any cash with it until, you know, until we actually build a fully fledged roller coaster. Average guest happiness is declining. I'm not surprised. Average guest happiness is probably pretty low, given the fact that I charge pretty extortionate prices. But you know, it's a tough world. We gotta make money. How are the numbers looking for this thing? We need to absolutely make sure that we put up the limit. Full load, yeah. As such, we can probably keep the price quite low on this. Yeah. Okay, that's really, really good. I'm super happy with the number of people that we actually seat over there. Anyway, the point is that we could place a roller coaster, but we're not going to. Instead, I think what we want to do is we want to get some pirate eateries set up. And by pirate eateries, I mean, you know, probably just a normal eatery, but with pirate theming. All right, let's get a path out this way. We're going to stick a whole bunch of stuff and foliage and woods and whatnot in this area so that we can at least separate Pirate World from Tropical Paradise, or the generic Tropical Paradise. Pirate Fortress Burger Shop. I kind of want a restaurant, right? I want a restaurant. Food stall. I was promised restaurants, and we don't have restaurants. That's not much of a restaurant. Oh, good. Pirate Double Shipwreck. Oh, this is just so good. This is so good. In fact, this is actually so perfect because it will allow for the... Oh, hold on a minute. How did we lose all of our money? How did we lose all of our money? Research projects are ready to be revealed. That's great news. But we lost a butt ton of money in the process. Alright, look. We clearly need to get more security people, but that's also not my primary concern. As long as they're not robbing from me, that's what matters, right? Let's get a food stall. I know we're very, very close to having the money in order to do this, so I'm just going to sort of roughly hold off and hope that we manage to get it. Look at this. Look at the queues. Look at the queues. This is fantastic. And I tell you what, the queues actually aren't that long because the number of people that we get into here is huge. This is great. Look at how much money this thing is making. That might actually be our only ride that's about to be profitable. So, you are slightly profitable. You are going to be very, very profitable very, very quickly. Like, wow. Holy cow, that's an incredible amount of money. Okay, first pirate eatery, which is a double shipwreck food stall. Wrong way around. That is the correct way around. And that will, of course, fit in right about there. Beautiful. That is a significant investment. Also, I am going to uncover my research in just a second. Oh, it's up here. I did not realize that it was up at the top. Interesting. Well, I think that's pretty darn perfect. However, maybe, actually, we want something a little bit more rustic. Yeah, you know what? That's pretty darn good. Speaking of, we should probably have all of the walkway in this pirate land. We should probably have it all in the wooden footpath thing. You know, just for the sake of making it look authentic. You can probably tell by this point that I'm very keen to spend money. Very, very keen to spend money, especially when it is totally useless and not very helpful. There we go. That's looking pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Look at that. There we go. That is great. And look, we're making money hand over fist, which is really, really nice. I'm very, very happy about it. Okay, so we got Tiki Cheeky. Or Cheeky Tiki. Alright. And we've also got small attractions. Nice. Okay, so... says that we lost money. Did we really lose money? Did we really? Alright, supposedly we lost money. Supposedly we lost money, but I'm pretty certain that that's down to the fact that we placed a $1,600 food stall. Which is probably going to cost so much money to run. Look, this thing has got... this thing is crazy. This thing is crazy. Look at how dope this looks. Chief beef. Some burgers, and then... what's the thing at the other side? Hot dog squad! Yeah, man, let's go to the... I want to join the hot dog squad, you know? Yeah, it was pretty abysmal. I'm not going to try and defend myself there. I want to get toilets. I want to get pirate-themed toilets and all that. Okay, hold on a minute. This is a serious problem. We have got a lot of thefts going on. Let's pause and let's immediately try and get this. 8 pickpocket victims. Pickpockets chased. Only 1. Alright, well, we clearly need to get some more staff. Alright. I don't know if these staff members move around. But we clearly need more of them. Can't put them down in queues. Alright. It's fine. This is going to end up costing us an arm and a leg. But I think it might just be worth it. Alright. And you're going to be plonked down there. Alright. So how many security people have we got running around now? I feel like it's probably a lot. Park management, staff wages are going to shoot up. Mark my words. 794 is going to increase dramatically. Scenery running costs, $10. That's how much we spend on cannons and pirates and exploding parts. Our loan payments are actually pretty substantial. So if we could pay them off at some point, that would be kind of nice. Yeah, so the loan interest and the loan repayments are all... factored into the park management tab, which is fine. I think that's actually okay. Shops and facilities for the first time ever are reporting a profit. Yeah, I knew that was too good to be true. But hopefully the pirate themed stuff is going to help us raise our stock a little bit. That's quite nice. Where can we find Insanity 2 is broken down? I thought there was only one insanity. Oh, what is that? Someone's vommed. Someone has vomited. Can I get a janitorial, member of the janitorial team out here, please? Maybe, yeah, okay, great. Good work. Alright, presumably the maintenance man has come to fix this. I'm assuming that we do have a maintenance man. Mechanic en route. Maybe go a little bit faster, please. Please tell... Okay, clearly this needs to be a larger thoroughfare. I didn't anticipate that in actuality there are too many people coming out of this area. Oh no, everyone's... Oh, no, everyone's going away now. Yeah, it might be nice if we can get this boy trained up, because he doesn't look like he's the best qualified. Can't find the staff building with space? Yeah, well, we'll deal with the staff building with space in a bit. Uh-oh. Oh. This is a little bit of a problem. Turns out that without insanity number 2... Great. Turns out without insanity number 2, we're in a pretty dicey financial position. We do not have the sufficient funds to replace the vandalized bin. Darn it, don't you just hate vandalism? We also need to bump up the scenery rating for this area. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. I think that we'll still be fine. I think we might just be fine by the end of the month. We might be profitable. But it's really annoying that everything is sort of ground to a halt because Insanity number 2 stopped working. Also, yeah, let me see. Where do I find the small attractions? Is that in here? Small attractions? I thought I researched small attractions. So, why is that not working? Man, I would love another loan, by the way. Yeah, can we reduce our payments? It's gonna extend the amount of time that we have to... Yeah, let's extend that. Let's extend that as much as we possibly can. I do not want to pay... I do not want to pay my loans back right now. Alright. How many days are in August? I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful that we might not go bankrupt here. Come on. We're so close. We're so close to making a profit. It's almost criminal how close we are. Like, one more ride, a couple more hot dogs sold, a couple more visits to the toilet, a couple more entrances into the park. Yeah, people think that the toilets are too expensive. Those people can... Hold on a minute. Last month's profit was 24 bucks. You know what? We should reduce the price of this to the same. Because that is a surefire way to make money back. Alright, come on. Come on! We're so close! We're so close. We're so close to making a profit again. Hold on a minute. Operations. Any load. There we go. On you go. Wild Blue is broken down. No, not now. It's such a crucial moment. Alright, well, we didn't manage to be profitable for... We didn't manage to be profitable for the end of August, which brings me great shame and sadness, and lots of sadness, actually. Is anyone coming out to this area? We haven't really given anyone much of a reason to come out into this area, which is kind of a little bit worrying. We need to try and maybe jumpstart our pirate area. But I cannot for the life of me think why on earth we're losing such a darned large amount of money right now. We're paying back the minimum amount that we possibly can. I tell you what, I think we must be close. We must be close to paying back. We must be close to being profitable. Because we were super profitable for like a couple of months. Yeah, this month where we placed down... No, sorry, July, when we placed down the... When we placed down the eatery shack. We were super profitable. Alright, we're back in the money, but unfortunately it's not by much. It would still be nice if we could get some small attractions, though. Okay. Could still get some Riviera buildings. That would be kind of nice. I'm more interested in the small attractions. But I'm not entirely sure where the small attractions are. Or why I'm not being able to see them. I'm sure there is something that I'm sure there's something that I'm missing, really. A burger shop? A Pirate Fortress burger shop? Yeah. Hey, look, we're right back into the money. We are right back into the money. Hold on, are we charging? Are we charging people here? Since does this officially count as an entrance? No, this doesn't. This is just a cool entrance in my books. Okay, that's fine. All right, we need to try and get a ride. We need to try and get a ride for out in this area. I think we need to immediately queue up some research in the hope that we can get something which will save our bacon. Also, the whole Tiki Chiki brand. The whole Tiki Chiki brand, right? So, this is Chief Beef. Now, if I was to have a look for Tiki Chiki, would it be in here? Hey, look, Tiki Chiki signs. There we go. I really should not be doing this at a time when I don't really have that much money. But I want Tiki Chiki. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Beautiful. Cheeky, 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 cheeky. There we go. So it's our first Tiki Chiki. Our first Tiki Chiki restaurant. Which is quite good, actually. There we go. Successfully edited. It's still technically Chief Beef. But it is now a Tiki Chiki. Cheeky Cheeky Chief Beef? Tiki Chiki Chiefy Beefy, I think is a technical term for what exactly this restaurant is called, which is pretty darn good. I want to get people out here. We need someone to... We need something. We just need something out here. Maybe we need like another ride. We need another insanity ride, perhaps. There's just nothing. There's just nothing out here. Yeah, we need to go and research a ride. Let's go and do some research. I feel that we want to do something piratey. Twist and spin? No, not really. A gentle spin cycle. And also we need to increase the staff building size. I'm immediately aware of that. Hat's fantastic. Gulpy. None of these bits of scenery seem very interesting. Let's get the hotels up and running, because apparently that might be something that we could do. Also, yeah, we need to work on the staff room. Now this is going to be a mission for the next episode. Staff perk, staff healthcare. Oh, interesting. The running cost will increase dramatically. Let's bump it up to 5, and then let's do... No change. We'll confirm spending there, so we'll bump it up just a little bit. But I do actually want to work on a staff building. Like a proper staff building. Because our staff building currently is very, 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 very poor. And we could definitely do with improving our staff building substantially. Wall signs. Is there a Tiki Chiki wall sign? I really just did not manage to see one. No, there's not a big neon one like Chief Beef. And we're continually getting stuff that's broken down. Wild Blue and Wild Blue 1 and 2 have both broken down. Right, well, it's clear that we actually need a janitor. Alright, there we go. Get another janitor. Get another janitor. Our running costs are... Our operational costs are going to increase. But that is a price that I, unfortunately, am going to have to pay for a consistent service. Oh my goodness, look at how fast the money goes down once everyone stops riding the rides. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is horrific. That is horrific. We made 86 bucks last month. And our guest happiness is declining. Our staff happiness is declining. This truly is a tropical paradise. Ladies and gents, we're going to call it there. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Orbital Potato. This has been Planet Coaster, Tropical Paradise. I'll see you next time. Bye.